What's up guys, Jim here, and today we're going to be working on budget build again. So this is part 3. In the last 2 parts, you guys can go and watch them if you haven't watched them already, but you guys probably already have. But in the last 2 parts, I basically took the motor out and stripped the whole undercarriage of the car, took the rear end out and all that shit. And I asked for you guys to leave down in the comments whether I should strip the car on the inside or if I should, you know, leave it the way it is and carry all that full weight. And a lot of people said, if you're gonna just use it for a race car, may as well strip it. So I fucking stripped it down. But unfortunately, living in New England, obviously I say this in probably every fucking video that I do, I have to deal with goddamn rust. And this is gonna be no different. I think in the last video I said to you guys that I wanted to be able to put the engine in and put the rear end in and shit in the next video, but yeah, that's not happening because today we're going to be replacing the floorboards. I mean, look at this shit, guys. To be honest, though, this isn't even that bad. The black car was actually worse than this. And I welded in all new metal and shit to that thing. But for this thing, I'm not going to go bother welding and shit. I mean, I probably would have, but I got all this free metal right here. And it's actually pretty thick. It's probably like 18 gauge or so, maybe even 16. But it's aluminum, so I'm obviously not going to be able to weld that shit in. But what I'm going to do is just cut all the bad pieces out, which, like I said, isn't even a lot. Just cut those bad pieces out, and then I'm just going to rivet some new metal in right there that you see. Paint the fucking thing, put the seats in, put the dash back in, and call the interior complete. I mean, I might take the door panels off, but it depends on if it's a pain in the balls to deal with this. If it's a pain in the balls, then I'll just fucking leave it because, I mean, how much weight could a door panel really be, right? So yeah, so basically I already cleaned this thing out a little bit and I vacked up all the bullshit that was in here. And all I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna start right over here. And I'm just gonna cut out a square, boom boom boom, and you know, like I said, put the other metal in. The only other thing to be concerned about is the fuel lines come up from under here. And they're like, you can see them. The fuel lines are right here, and they come under here. But I was actually gonna do this a couple weeks ago, and when I started looking at it, I realized that this thing had a fucking major fuel leak. So obviously, fucking cutting out metal, making sparks, and having a fuel leak wouldn't have friggin' ended well, especially next to my beautiful new house here. Well, almost new. And yeah. So we don't want to do that, so I fixed all the fuel lines from front to back, from the plastic lines to the plastic lines, all new fucking fuel lines. So yeah, now I don't smell any more gas, so I'm just gonna friggin', like I said, start cutting this shit out. So here we go. Alright guys, so I taped up, let me show you. So I taped up a line, but I'm gonna follow with the cut tool right there, and I'm basically just gonna cut it out. I don't know if the camera can see under there, but I put a block of wood in between the fuel lines and the floor, so that we don't have any issues with that. So yeah, I don't know if that's a good angle enough for you guys, but I'm not gonna show me cutting the whole friggin' thing anyways, because that'll fucking get boring to watch. But essentially, all we're going to do is try this way. Alright, so essentially, see that nice straight cut? I'm going to do the same thing. Zip, zap, zap. And then I'll get back to you. Alright guys, like I said, easy peasy. Cut it out in a nice square so it's easy to friggin'... I hope the light is working good in here. I know this GoPro is a piece of shit. One of these days I'm going to get a better camera, but I'm hoping this is coming out right now. So essentially I just cut a square out right there. And with that metal I showed you over there, that I got for free from my buddy Chris. Shout out to Chris, you're the man. I'm going to cut it out, you know, probably with a 1/2 inch to a 3/4 inch lip all the way around. And then friggin' sink a couple of the rivets in. But first I think I'm going to, you see how, you know, some of the old welds right there, the spot welds, they left some shit there. I'm just going to hit it with the old friggin' Harbor Freight fucking grinder right there and call it a day. So, I'm going to do that and I'll fucking keep you guys updated. Alright. Well, alright guys. This is about as good as it gets. Which actually ain't bad. And you know what? I thought this shit was aluminum. It's actually fucking stainless steel, which is bomb. My buddy that got it from me ended up getting it for free from this friggin' like this giant manufacturing company thing or whatever. So I thought it was aluminum, but it's fucking stainless steel. So needless to say, it took friggin' an entire cut wheel to cut it. Look how small this thing is. It took the entire cut wheel just to make 2 friggin' passes out of that giant piece right there. And then so yeah, I basically just cut it so it overlaps an inch here. And I sprayed it down with some fucking Rust-Oleum just to whatever, fucking good measure. So then I bent this fucking piece up right here, and it should just fit right in. This. Oh, hold on. Let me put you guys down. Yeah. Shit, that's pretty good, guys. I'm just gonna fucking, like I said, throw a couple of rivets in it, friggin' bang it in on the side right here, get a couple of rivets in, and it's fucking done. So that was the hardest part of this whole thing. I just got a couple other small holes here, so let's finish up with this fucking thing and we'll get to it. So I think I'll probably just start by putting a few on the edges, on the edge right here, and then it'll probably just hold it tight enough to go ahead and do the rest of them. So maybe I'll put you guys down right here. I don't know if you'll be able to see that great, but should be a decent angle. Basically, just drill a frickin' hole. I don't even know if I set this up right. I did. To be honest, guys, I've never used a rivet gun. When I did the floorboards in the black car in the Midnight Special, I actually friggin' did it right and welded it, but I'm not doing that here. So we're gonna see how this thing works. Whoa! So I guess you put the fucker in like that, stick it in the frickin' hole, and that's it. You guys see that? Wow, that was actually pretty fucking good. So basically, like I said, I'm just gonna go around and friggin' do the whole thing and move on. So I'm not gonna make you guys sit here and watch me do, you know, every fucking rivet, because that's just stupid and a waste of your time. So I'll get back to you guys when I'm on to the next thing. Alright guys, I told you, easy peasy. She's all done. So basically now, like I said, that was the worst one. So basically from here, it gets easier. I've only got, you know, a small patch here to do, a little small patch up there, and just that thing right there. But I'm not gonna record myself, you know, doing all of those. It's pretty fucking repetitive for you guys to watch. It'd be pretty boring. I wouldn't want to friggin' watch this over and over and over again. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like I said, start cutting out the other ones, doing the same thing in all the other ones, and I'm gonna try to get it in paint. I don't think it's gonna happen today. It's already getting kind of late. The sun is starting to set over here, so it'll probably bleed into tomorrow, but that's no big deal. But yeah, if you like what you see so far, keep on watching. This fucking car is finally coming together. I mean, it might not seem like it to you guys, but it's coming together. It's come a long way, and for 300 bucks, fuck, you can't really miss, right? So like I said, just keep watching, and I'll be back when I show you guys all these things freaking patched up. Peace. Alright guys, here we are next day, and I just like I said, I got all the patches put in. If you can see here, this is the one I did earlier, and this is what I just did today. That one, that one, that one. And all I did was the same thing as I did right there. I just cut out the piece of metal, and I ended up just spraying it with some friggin' Rust-Oleum that I had laying around. If you could see right there, I have one more little patch to do out by the feet, but I think I might do that from the engine bay. And then this thing's almost actually fucking ready to all put together. Every time I say that, I bump into something else. So this mini-series is probably going to end up being like friggin' 10 parts for all I know. And I finally got the engine bay completely stripped. So in the next video, this thing will be all in paint. Nothing too fucking fancy. I'm just spraying Rust-Oleum in there and basically calling it a day. Because, I mean, let's face it, this car's not really like fucking mint or anything like that. I mean, look at this paint job. This must be like a friggin' Mako paint job or something like that. So we're gonna do something about that too. Probably, obviously, to go along with the budget theme, we'll probably fucking plasti dip it or something like that. I don't fucking know. But yeah, so that's about it for this video anyways. I really wanted to be able to get the engine and the rear end in and shit for you guys, but obviously, like I said, every time I get into something, I end up friggin' opening up a can of worms, like with this friggin' the rusty floors. This ended up taking me 2-3 days just to friggin' deal with, you know. I wanted to already have the engine bay in paint. I wanted to already have the rear end in, but when you build cars, it never goes the way you want, so fuck it, right? So this is part 3, and that's just how it's gonna be. But yeah, so if you guys have been following this video and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe now so you guys can keep on getting the notifications to finish this build. Obviously, I don't upload like friggin' every day or even every week, but I'm a normal person with a regular job, so unfortunately I can't friggin', you know, upload as much as I'd like to. Besides, Chris Fix uploads like once a month, and he's like a fucking top dog. Shout out Chris Fix. Anyways, I guess I'll close the video here. So like I said, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, go down, hit that like button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.